got recording going up again. Hey guys, we are back from the break. Pizza's delicious. Pop it. Or wait.
Domino's, big.
Domino's. We were just having a good conversation about this. Domino's has really upped their game. Like, this crust is phenomenal. The Alfredo sauce is phenomenal. I'm full. This barbecue is so good. Their cheese pizza was even. It was good. It was good. It's it's a waste of a pizza. Like, why would you ever get cheese when there's so many other options that are clearly just superior to that basic decision? But it's been good. It's been real good.
So much hate.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Domino's. We will eat of your pizza every night.
I don't get offended by
See?
much, but that's one thing.
You know what's so funny? If they do sponsor us, they're only going to give us cheese pizza.
Yes. Sorry.
There's a cat. As long as they make it a weird color.
You can just put them over.
But he's so cute. And he's so peaceful.
Sit on it.
Oh, he doesn't want to be lifted.
There
Turn
you
it.
go.
Bye, Mischief. Come back never. All right.
So that one's used up.
Go ahead and make your test. So, Deco's going to test Scholastic Lore, or what are you testing?
Forbidden Lore.
Forbidden Lore War?
Yeah.
Or Forbidden Lore Psychers?
Oh.
Either.
He's going to make 2 tests to see if he notices this flaming pillar that Titus has put off as being weird.
Pass the first one.
Really?
8. Yeah. My intelligence is a 50.
How are you smart?
Well,
And then the other one I got a 12.
Yeah. Where's your intelligence?
I don't know.
So just from what you know about Titus and his psychic powers,
I'm
looks like they're changing and developing a little more.
Yeah.
And you don't know if that's a good thing, especially with what you know about him.
Right.
And watching him squish a bunch of dudes. Rando strangers.
I was okay
They're-
with that.
They're all dead, right? Alright, I'm just
The
gonna
random
keep walking then.
strangers initiated combat. He tried to de-escalate twice.
That's about as nice as it gets, honestly.
Why are you always?
Oh, so there was one dude. There was one dude who's left, and he was trying to drag the body away
Ah,
while you were fighting and having that whole thing.
but he has armor.
And then he saw you come out of that flaming pillar, and then he ran.
Oh, that's fair.
The flaming pillar was the line. I can take my friend bashing himself in the face with his own spiked club.
Obviously.
I can take him rolling around on my friends and lever, and then standing up and igniting on fire. But the moment he came out of there,
I'm just imagining
Done.
him coming home and they're like, "How was scavenging today? How was bring your kid to scavenge day?"
he'll go. Scout camp was horrible. The counselor was so mean.
They got what was coming to them.
Y'all are twisted weirdos.
I just killed them. I didn't get their backstory.
Twisted weirdos.
Anywho, yeah, I just get up and I just keep walking. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Cool.
You know, my fighter normally doesn't do that.
All right. So, yeah, it's Vaccine. It's his body. He's all mushroomed, like hitting like
I was actually going to check. Is he alive at all? Not
No.
even close. How long has he been dead?
he looks pretty fresh.
Ew.
Whew.
Who is he?
This is Faxian. This is the guy who sent us down here and then bailed on us.
Looks like you got what you deserve.
I wonder.
Yes.
I wonder who. Do you think what's
Well,
his
the
face
Emperor
threw
can
him
be
down
very
here
cruel
for going
sometimes.
back?
What?
What was the other Inquisitor's name?
Thaddeus says,
Malin.
Malin. Yeah.
Can I search him for like notes or anything cool?
search test.
Yeah. I have search plus 20, so I passed.
Cool. Did you pass?
I passed by 2 degrees.
By 3 degrees.
No.
Cool. You find the letter, the violent Violet sent to him.
Okay.
He has all of that, I think. It's really unfortunate. If you want, I can read you the letter real quick.
Sure. I'll read it out loud in my most stately voice.
Oh, nice. Stately Titans coming back.
Where have you been?
It's his birthday today. Very
Oh.
I was like, Ronald?
pumped. I mean, well, the next line is, "Hey, how nice to see you."
Oh, that's right.
Thank you. There was a logical train of thought.
Oh my goodness, where is it?
No idea.
Oh, I found it. I am curious, would you like to come read it?
Sorry. Nah, just thematically. I read it. You read it to us.
In his most stately voice.
Whatever using that is. He just comes up with weird voices every once in a while when he's in a mood.
He's always in a mood.
That's What did you say? Are you being mean?
I'm not. I'm really not. That's
Ooh,
It's
session
just like, are you
session
ever not being
26.
mean?
Session 26 was when Deco and Thaddeus fought.
You guys fought?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it was like right out, because Thaddeus literally like cut off Taka's hand, because she like,
Oh,
she broke Shepard, and then
Everything
everything went
exploded.
crazy. That was, oh man, that was a good session. Session 26 internet.
Forgot about that one. That was crazy.
And then the whole thing like never actually happened.
Okay.
All right,
That
here
that
is the
weird,
letter.
like,
I have found it.
force like that.
And this letter is actually pretty old. It's session 34.
Oh, wow.
Way back when.
I don't know. You know what? I gotta be gross internet.
Thanks for being gross over there. That was too much.
Pizza?
I know.
I made a bad choice.
Yeah, there was some pizza in that.
Oh gosh.
I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
Cody says stuff.
one
and
time
I'm
I
like,
sneezed.
what do you mean? I'm like, ah!
One time I sneezed a noodle out of my nose,
Okay.
and I was like,
When Cody says things, it's like stuff sometimes you read on the internet and you're like, what? What did you write on the internet?
What 13-year-old boy got hold of his parents' laptop?
Yeah, it's just like, what the freak is this? And then you do a double take, and you're like, oh my gosh, every
And
whole.
then he like sits there with his very proud smile.
There's some pizza in there.
Jeez.
Alright, let's
All
see
right.
the stately voice.
So, here's the letter. Faxia.
He flamboyant.
I hope this message gets to you in time. The other acolytes and I have made great progress. In this place, the depths, as the Mechanicus call it, there is an endless world of wonders. Talking to the Mechanicus about it was futile, and in some cases, a subject that earned us the threats of fines and bounties on our heads, should we continue prying. The fact is, the Higher Lords and the Fabricator Magos of this world know about the depths and aren't even talking about them. As of late, we have made camp regularly in the Nork Forest. You'll find its mention if you read into the reconnaissance archives dealing with the pushback against the Dark Mechanicus in the Civil War that cracked this planet in half. It was named by a Dominist dedicated to the study of plant life for the purposes of energy production and material uses. The forest was never fully exploited, though. There must have been resistance, for we can only find the occasional outpost at best. There haven't been any maps of the region, and we know only due to Willow's vision that there are levels in this planet lower than this. Levels that hopefully bring answers to the great psychic mystery of the planet that we have been studying, but also why it is being defended in the strange heretical manner that it is. As far as the forest is concerned, navigation itself requires great caution. It is a damp and foggy place. And I lost my spot. That was a miracle. How'd that happen? It's gone. Where was I?
Wow, this
You were
is
like
really
looking
weird
right at
fire.
it, dude.
Oh man.
You like blinked.
Yeah, I did. I was like.
I can't help you.
I found it. I'm good. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Comma. Fungal spores fill the air, and great fungal stalks make up the vast majority of this place. It is worth noting that the long excursions require respirators and environmental suits. We have lost 2 already to strange spore sicknesses. This place is bioluminescent in nature, which only makes the fog harder to navigate. And in order to camp, we are forced to make nest atop the flat white-capped mushrooms, as other kinds appear to house creatures of strange origin. We have been attempting to leave for a couple of days as our rations are diminishing, but we are unable to find a passage out. Oh, we were unable to. Find a passage out. Willow claims to have found the exit to the forest, though it is by the river that we avoid. It looks to be a different way out than the way that we came in, but he swears he's getting mechanical readings nearby. Something must have changed, because he said it's the outpost that we were gauging locations off of, and he says it feels different. Our guard is up, and I am sending you this message, and one to the Inquisitor in case you don't hear back from us. I urge you to share this info with no followers of the machine god, at least silence that which needs made known. May the Emperor protect us as we seek his children. Violet.
I'm losing dude.
I thought Bill was a lady too.
Yeah, Willow is not a dude.
Willow!
Or I mean,
Willow.
not a lady.
Thank you for that. That's the only quote Shay does from that movie. And then she also, anytime she does that, she calls me.
Can we stay on track?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised she doesn't do the pigs one.
What?
They're all
Oh, she does that too.
You also find orders for Faxian's Death Corps of Krieg Battalion.
Oh.
And it seems that, and I don't have this written out, but he was to deliver this to a high-ranking Death Corps of Krieg official, but he was taking a Death Corps of Krieg Battalion to embark in Terex pattern termite drills to invade the depths.
Cool.
And he was literally lining it up to bring an army down.
Oh.
That would have been rad.
That's gonna be us.
And so these orders have not been delivered yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can find a way to get those back up.
And
Just attach them to a balloon.
that's so funny. I love it.
It's just like
That's
really
like a
cool.
deco idea.
Yeah.
You
guys,
like,
I'm just gonna tie the balloon.
and you just see
Whatever
him.
happens, happens.
You just see him standing like 20 meters below it. It's not going further. Like just trying to
Wait,
blow it up.
why did it stop?
There's also a slightly cracked but still functioning data slate. Does anybody want to take a crack at?
Oh, that is.
Cool. Would you like to attempt a -10, a -20, or a -30?
Minus 30.
Do you get better benefits for the -30?
You find out more.
You actually get worse.
Yeah, it's just like, would you like to try -10, -20, or -30? I'm like, I
You
think
find
-10
Faxian's
sounds
diary
better.
with -30.
You find out what?
His diary.
His diary? Ooh, I want Faxian's diary.
I was gonna do -30 and I
Oh.
go.
You know, congrats on getting one though.
That's so funny.
Oh no!
Don't.
The best part about that is when Kitty laughs so hard and then Cody like starts drumming. his determined face drum. Here we go. You got this.
-30 attempt.
Boom.
I rolled a 2.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Why is Titus rolling good? This is so weird.
What the heck, Titus? Come on.
I'm used to you being better.
I was just checking. I didn't know what his intelligence stat was. I couldn't remember. It's been a while.
I can do things.
I know you can. It's a -30 test.
I would fail.
Yeah, Crisis would have failed that.
With a
test.
2?
Well, I mean, I think like I've succeeded, but yeah.
Okay. So, the -10 tech use test reveals
He did the minus 30.
I know.
Right,
I'm
but
going
he's
up.
giving you a
I'm going up the
multiple.
chain. It reveals the
I'm sorry.
the data slate reveals the military movements of the Imperial Guard
Cool.
and a handful of battle reports.
Alright, alright.
Alright, are they even pertinent?
And this was like the movements of the Imperial Guard along the whole planet.
Oh, cool.
And as
Oh, wow.
as you skim it, it looks like there's Imperial Guard activity across the whole planet.
Cool.
Cool.
No, I didn't say that. It was like, yeah, it was across the whole planet. And then, yeah, a handful of battle reports. None of them really good.
Uh-oh.
We're losing?
And then,
Just tweaking.
the minus 20 success reveals pictures of the team exploring the lava stone. And pictures of the sororitas and other various places.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's this, and you see a surveillance video of the House Chaos landing that went horribly. And I don't know if you were,
You are not welcome to that.
I don't know if you were, like, what were you guys doing when Chaos landed?
I don't even remember.
We were like in a helicopter or something.
Yeah. Okay. But you didn't see it happen.
We-
Yeah, so,
I thought we saw it happen, but we didn't know
oh,
what
because
to
you were
do.
on the approach.
Yeah, we were like, do we shoot it? But we didn't have like any good guns or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
Those very old days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
like
also a
this
little
is like
bit
session
calmer.
3 stuff. So it just kind of looks like Faxian was aware of a lot of stuff. And yeah, you see like the issues with the knights getting and like just the slaughter, and then the Chip. The minus 30 success reveals a drone video of the Gene Stiller cultists picking apart the building that was attacked in the birthing district.
Oh no.
And there's a woman with a jeweled staff with a bald head, and she's got like different jewelry that like body modifications going on.
he's working with
I
them.
don't think so.
And you guys don't know who this is.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
Okay.
new.
Oh.
And still, yeah, this lady's issuing orders and talking to a slender figure with 3 arms and a handkerchief over their face. And the exchange ends, and this is all silent, but the person gets on a hover quad and rides off. And also revealed is a drone video of the research laboratory and the wall that the team invaded to save Deco. And are you sharing this with everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So you show like the drone like panning over, and you see like there's that ship that pulls down, and cultists are like hopping down, and you see the big hulking aberrants, and they're just like wandering into the place, like doing their little sniffs.
Yeah.
And you see during this time, it was Taka and Joss trying to get back down into the further into the laboratory, and you see, and you recognize her instantly, but you see Mirari in the video, and she's hiding as the Gene Stiller cult make their assault and are trying to find the team. And Mirari, it looks like I don't know if I'm not gonna make you do a test. She just looks like she's really frustrated about trying to make a decision because she's like trying to escape, but is still kind of watching what's going on. And she eventually makes a decision, and she like types like something into one of her little control pad like things, and like gestures with her head, and you see the drone like focusing in the very back of the warehouse. This like dead Castellan robot is there, and it like activates and just starts firing its guns like, and it's just like going all crazy. And it distracts the Gene Stiller cultists, and they start like investigating that, and this is This is like right after Joss and Taka had like ran down that tunnel, so it looks like she kind of bought them some time. And then right after that happens, she jumps off the side and like flies away, and she's injured, like her whole arm's all ganked out, and she's like kind of bloody, and she's like just kind of stutter flying off.
Yeah.
And I think she had a couple dogs with her, right? You didn't kill the other dogs, or it was like one dog.
I think
left?
1 or 2.
It was like 1 or 2. Yeah, they just run along the wall down the side, and as she like kind of carves out a little pathway of escape. And then do you have evaluate?
I do.
Do evaluate at a +20.
I passed by a billion.
Okay. Yeah, so that decision did allow the team to escape. Because you have total recall. So you were in the teleportation room when everybody teleported out, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, because then they came in and locked the door.
Yeah.
And from your total recall analysis to like when they were about to bust through, like that Castone robot was why they didn't get into the room. So
Weird.
you can attribute that. And then yeah, that's like all you find on him. And there's like he also has like 8,000 credits or 8,000 thrones.
Oh. Man.
You need
Oh, and then there's like that psychic Foki that he had, but it's like cracked and damaged.
Do you think you can? What does it do? I don't remember what that thing
It
does.
senses when somebody uses a psychic power.
Yeah. Let me take that.
I don't care about you. Do you guys want money? I don't need this money, actually.
Do you need money, Crisis?
I will take money. I will be very biased with it.
I don't care. So you can have it.
Because everybody has a lot of money except for you. Right?
Man, he just gave you 8 G's. I mean, 8 T's.
A new car!
Hey!
So Mirari actively decided to keep us out of danger. Is that what you're implying?
Oh,
We also stop.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
'Cause
Very weird.
I guess, like, there's limits for everyone, right? Like, heresy with demons, but alien heresy. It's a bridge too far, my friend.
Why should you even bother to like help us?
I mean, so I don't know any of the details really, but she did stuff with demons.
She kidnapped him
Yeah.
and had a big old facility. Well, it wasn't hers, but she was part of a group that had.
Was she working with Alvis?
Yeah, I was thinking like demons, Alvis.
We never really figured that out. And they weren't demons. It was like
She was-
100 plus psychers.
Oh.
that were being
She
used
was
as like
using them
batteries.
as a shield.
she wasn't wearing Alvis.
Okay.
And your character would know that.
Yeah.
Nah, she had a bunch of psychers hooked up to the Blackstone that we have now, and was doing something creepy with it.
Fascinating.
She was trying to make a shield.
And then
Yeah.
if you did something else with the shield, it did bring demons to the world.
Yeah, and she was traveling with Faxine in a different form.
That was also true. Is there any? This might be stretching since I already did the tech use test, but is there any conversations between the two of them?
That are recorded?
Yeah.
So you notice that one of Faxian's drones is like also there, and just from your knowledge of tech and stuff, and like how or not that how Faxian was, but drones typically have recording capabilities. Tech use test, and I will put this at a -20.
That's a 97.
Hey, that was the crit from last session.
It's
Oh
too
my
above the
God.
crit.
I'm
from
just
last session.
gonna fail that
what
one.
was it, 95?
It was 9.
I'm not gonna use my
I just
fake
remember
one.
I kept rolling 96.
Did you want to suggest it to anybody else to try?
Any you guys do tech stuff? Thaddeus does tech stuff. Here.
I have tech.
Try it. Why don't you try it? I want to
Yeah,
give
give it a
everybody
try.
but Thaddeus the opportunity. Because Thaddeus will get like weird about it.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
What did she roll?
she rolls 7.
Crit 7.
She's like, I can give it a try. We'll see.
And you're just like,
All right. So
You just hit this.
this is
button.
this is really good because now I can
Sideways triangle.
delete this whole thing. So Faxian's drone was always recording,
Wow.
and it recorded encounters. Yeah, and so his drone, you rewind it back into his lifetime, and you get a little snippet. You go back a little too far because like you recognized Mirari's red robes, but Malin sent him to go get the death corpse of Krieg to go down to the depths, and Malin was very pissed that Faxian returned to him. And was like, "Why are you here?" And like almost killed him. He was like, "Redeem yourself. Do my orders." And then you saw an exchange with, and like you fast forwarded a little bit, and Faxian's trying to get the gun cutter that he took, which this is new information for you. So he ganked the gun cutter, and
So does a gun.
yeah, he ganked the gun cutter, and he's loading it up and getting ready to go somewhere, and that familiar tech priest, Dominus Mirari, approaches him, and it looks like she's seeking passage on his ship, and he inquired with her back and forth a little bit about her ties to the Mechanicus, and she states that the request was never verified for her to make it down there, or like it was never approved for her to go down to the depths, but she needs to get down there. And she's looking for an Architect Fortress for machine spirits that can help in the war effort against the Bladed Cog. And Faxian, his character was really good at information, and so he browses the network. And he does it very quickly with the help of like his drone VI, and learned that she never actually sought passage to the depths. So she's just kind of lying to him about trying to get down there. So Faxian was about to deny her passage, and it looked like Mirari had 6 dogs at that point. And they're like all kind of pack fashion, but then in the middle of this, you see, and did you guys know, you knew Castus, but did you know the Elysians?
No, I don't think we ever met them.
I don't think we ever encountered them at all.
I should have seen Castus.
Castus
Yeah.
walks
I
over
would've
to
been-
Choo-Choo.
I would have been in my dress clothes with all my new shiny medals.
Yeah, so Castus comes up all fancy, the Choo-Choo's there, and you see Phoebe, and Castus just comes in, and he's kind of like, you're a little hostile, weren't you?
That was
Very
not nice.
He comes in, and he's like being super rude, and
Holy shit.
Um,
Oh, he's freaking me out.
he's insane.
Has he ever jumped from there?
No, I'm not. There may be a bug up there.
knock it out.
Retreat!
Stupid. Yeah, so there's an exchange. It's not going well. Who drew first? Did Faxian, or did you who shot first?
Faxian brought his thing out.
Oh yeah, like his
and
his little
I don't know
shoulder.
if he shot, but he at least pulled his gun.
Yeah, so Faxian drew his gun. And then there's some back and forth, and then a plasma blast just slams it, and the explosion hit Choo-Choo dead on,
Yes.
or
No,
no, it hit Phoebe.
it hit
Yeah.
Phoebe dead on.
Yeah.
And Choo-Choo was behind Phoebe.
And then
Choo-Choo
you were-
took
yeah,
a lot
so-
of damage.
so you
Faxian
saw-
got knocked unconscious.
We knew who
and
Phoebe
she flew
was.
away.
Yeah, you guys knew who Phoebe was, and I think Joss liked Phoebe.
Dude,
Joss doesn't like anything.
did she not see me?
She did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, oh yeah, because Phoebe had attitude.
Oh, yeah. She was like, oh, I can get on board with that.
Yeah. So So yeah, you see Phoebe get like ganked and Choo Choo gets burnt. Castus is kind of okay, and Mirari runs off into destruction. And then you see
She's contradicted.
like you kind of watch the play-by, and the guard come over and they like take over the gun cutter, drag Phoebe and Faxine aboard, and then you watch like you watch the exchange with Faxine and Castus, because it wasn't pleasant, right? Like there was a bit of an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit wasn't nice.
Yeah, and then Castus,
I
you
didn't-
got like a call from the warp, and it was like push him over, or like was it shove him?
But Choo
Choo-Choo's the
And
one
then
that actually
and then
did it.
yeah, you see Choo Choo and like boom, and just smack Faxine out the back of the ship, and you see all that,
I laugh.
and you watch like from the camera angle just the like forever fall.
That is like the worst thing ever. Like I'm just like I was gonna ask them when we first started, like, does this record Faxine dying? Like him falling for 20 minutes?
Yeah, and it's straight up like you and
Like,
actually, you know what?
You skip forward
I
a little bit.
I feel like Joss would have done that like.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you skip way forward, so you don't even know how long it was, and then just. And
Well,
like,
you can
the camera's
see you can
like,
see the time.
yeah.
So I was like, wow,
Wow,
he picked up
And
some
then
real
just-
velocity.
And then he's just like that, and like the camera's just it like just goes gray.
Gross.
Oh, I'm glad that Castus seemed to be doing good.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah, that's the guy that helped save me. What a good dude.
Look, there's that really big dummy.
Hey, that's Choo Choo. You be nice to Choo Choo. Choo Choo's a good guy too. It's weird that Choo Choo shoved Faxine off, but Faxine was putting off some weird vibes.
Didn't he ditch you guys?
Yeah,
Pretty sure Choo had the hots for
yeah, that was crazy.
Oh.
That was a roller coaster of a video.
Should we
Well,
put it on YouTube?
On 40K tube, on GrimTube,
GrimTube, that's pretty funny.
GrimTube on the dark web.
It's like early
That could be
2000s
real.
YouTube.
Yeah. Or so. Okay.
All right, well, that was cool, I guess. So there's a bald lady that we should be on the lookout for, because that's new.
Oh, the bejeweled one.
And the
Yeah, let's
lady
call
with
her
the third
Bejeweled
arm.
Lady.
Must be June.
There was a lady with a third arm?
Yeah, and
I
Not-
thought
not
it
a
was
lady.
slender figure with 3 arms.
excuse me.
And
I listen.
The
handkerchief
hanky.
over their face,
The hanky.
and like a little cowboy hat thing.
What?
Oh yeah,
It was
3 arm,
that dude.
Like a bandana.
gunslinger?
like a bandana,
Yeah.
and then a cowboy hat, and had 3 pistols.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't know actually, just a bunch of pistols and like a cloak, and like
Creepy dude.
tipped hat, and like hopped on the quad. Ma'am.
My lady.
All right.
Interesting.
And Mirari's still here doing weird stuff, I guess.
Evidently. Mad that she's alive.
She got
So
hit pretty hard with that plasma blast. Hopefully she's dead.
that'd be cool, but she does not die. She's good about that.
Yeah, she seems to be a little too resilient.
We have a cool set of orders for a battalion. Maybe Reese can help us get these sent to the right people.
a good resource for that sort of thing.
Resource.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Resource.
How did you not make that joke?
That's amazing.
So I think when we find him, we should just ask him for a favor, and then maybe we get a big old army of people to come down here.
Especially because he's all about fighting against mutants and
Also, they mentioned
Mutatos.
Architect Fortress. That's why Mirari was
Archotech.
down here.
Like the centipede.
oh yeah, that's what we need to
But there's a whole
fight.
fortress of it.
No, that'd be pretty crazy, because, I mean, that stuff's
Fortress
stuff
Vault.
they haven't even seen in thousands of years.
Do the
Also-
Mechanicus think that's like gods then, because they're like architect spirits?
Well, okay. Do a
I want to ask Thaddeus. that.
just
He
do it.
knows
Just
that
do an
crap.
intelligence test, and it's a memory-based test off of your time down here.
7.
Okay.
Wow.
Perfect. So
Wait, how many 7s is that? Because I rolled a 7. I'm
cool.
just saying.
Okay.
Doing good.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
So just in your time down here, like you guys with the Lumen Witches, like they were wondering about Evolve. Reese is looking for Evolve. There's Titan. There's like weird kind of feral Titans running around down here. Like there's a lot of like you guys are looking for a Warlord Titan right now. That Alpha Maladin Nocturne.
Yeah.
What is what constitutes a feral titan? Is it just like, does it have a virus?
No, like it's just wild and kind of rogue.
Without
Without
Master.
Does it have is it
You don't know.
masterless?
You don't know.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay,
You'd have
sorry.
to,
That's what
get into the Titan.
I was really curious.
Yeah.
So this is all stuff that, because I think in the notes it said is left over from the war.
The Civil War.
Yeah.
That happened on the
With
planet.
dark
mechanics,
mechanics, which I
that's
didn't even know
cool.
was a thing. Yeah,
Hey.
So
that's pretty rad.
that's a fun one. I'm actually trying to convert. So my models, I'm trying to convert them to be dark mechanic. Anyway.
It's pretty cool. This may be a long shot. Can we would feral titans be going back to this fortress? Would they care about it, or would they be
maybe
a
it's,
hub around it?
projecting.
Could we use tracking to kind of sense which direction to go if that becomes relevant down the line?
Does anybody have that?
The dog does.
Thaddeus
You do?
speaks up too, and is like, I can also assist with that information as well. Titans interest me greatly, and
Because I
he's
still have his bird.
just like, yeah, Titans interest me greatly.
Oh, that's what
He misses his little bird folk.
So let's go ahead and get this information to Reese.
Either way, we go to Reese first.
Yes.
Plus, we need stuff because in that note, they said that there was gross spore things, and I don't intend on getting sick and dying.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
We need environmental suits.
I think it's possible
I think
that
mine's
the
built.
person that we were trying to meet
What's the person we
with
had
might
good
have the
terms?
resources, but if you want to divert our path to Reese first at this
Yeah.
time, we'll go.
I think we should go to Reese first.
Yeah, that was still a plan.
Concur.
Cool.
I will give Vaccine a burial in flame.
I was just
Flame.
gonna throw him in this hole.
Yes.
May his embers in death be more useful than his flames were in life.
Yeah.
That was
And then-
actually pretty profound.
It was.
Really sad.
It was really. I
I
just want you to repeat that again.
May his embers
One more
be
time.
dead, be more useful than
Than
his
his flames were in life.
Crisis didn't like him.
He didn't know him too long, but he did not have particularly positive interactions with him. Plus,
What?
what he saw here didn't particularly.
He
help.
just hated the group.
Crazy. Well, he
Yeah.
was crazy and disloyal.
He was like, y'all psychers, like, I can't trust you. I can't trust any of you. Sororitas, I hate. Like, I don't know what he liked.
I know, and then when fake Titus was here, fake Titus came back and was like, he tried to kill me.
Yeah, Big Titus was even like, bro.
I just rose out of nothing and
He
too
told.
much.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, that's sad.
Share.
He told Choo Choo everyone died.
He
Oh.
did.
Choo Choo died,
Thinking that we were all dead.
thinking everybody was dead.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Shoot.
You know what? You found that in the video.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I kick his corpse
I'm really upset about that.
prior to the fight.
Yeah.
Dang, it's sad.
I'm like, we gotta find Choo Choo and let him know we're okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thaddeus will be like, it'll be good to see an old friend.
Put it on the
Deco is
to-do
I
really,
list.
really
can't
sad.
not medicate
Alright.
him.
We now have moral
It's
obligation
so
to
hard.
make use of the leftovers.
Of the
You're gonna eat him?
I was talking about his material.
Oh!
Are you wanting to take
He's
his armor?
clearly far too burnt to eat. Come on.
Are you wanting to take it?
You would know.
Are you wanting to take it as armor or something?
Just whatever I think I can use.
So I'll say probably the only thing that's intact is like the chest plate and like even the back plate, but all the tech on the back plate's ruined. And that psychic foci, it's like a shoulder thing. It like you would attach that on a shoulder plate.
You grabbed that, didn't you?
No, you can use
Yeah,
it.
I'll take it. I'll
Yeah.
take those.
Are you sure? Because you took it.
No. You can take that because
Okay.
I can. That's good for you to have if we get separated.
Yeah. So Phaxian's armor, like it was the body was AP 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 on body, 6 on legs because of the greaves. And then the shoulder plate would be right arm 6 as well, right? So what armor do you have right now?
I think I upgraded a bit, but I'm rocking 5 everywhere except for the head.
Sick.
Okay, so replace body, legs, and right arm with 6.
Cool.
And don't you have shield robes?
I had
Oh wait,
shield
those are
robes
just
that
AP 2.
upgraded
I thought they
to-
added. Do you have a ballistic surcloth?
I think it's that.
Okay, so then that's head and arms, I think, right? AP +1, or is it head, arms, body?
Let me look at what I have.
I'm not sure. I remember you getting something like that. I will say though, because you got this armor as an afterthought, the blue is gone and it is black, and it's black shiny, but it's like burnt shiny, not really,
It's nice.
not like glossy paint, but like burnt steel.
Yeah,
That's pretty
kind of
cool.
thing.
Even better.
Yeah,
Fitting.
and there's like little flakes of blue on it. Anyways, it's pretty dope.
This is completely side point.
Oh,
Alvis's,
he had a respirator too. You want to take that?
Take that.
Sure.
Alvis's little secret lab that we came from way back when. Is that near where we're going?
It's a bit out of the way, but it's like
It's like
so basically, you're here, destination's here, Reese is here, lab would be like
okay, cool.
over here, and then it would be kind of like more down.
Okay, this is all I wanted to know.
Let's
Okay.
go to Reese.
Perfect. So as you guys start walking off, sorry that you feel a raindrop hit your face.
Ew.
When you wipe it away, looks like black ink.
Oh.
You realize that several of these drops have like fallen on you, and you're looking, you notice that some raindrops have fallen on the cover of the book that you carry. You gonna clean it?
Yeah.
So you wipe the tears away, or the
Tears.
you wipe like the black droplets away, and there's like an inky handprint left behind on the cover, and you're like, what? And you look again, and it's gone.
Josh.
It's Simon.
Do any of us notice this?
I was actually gonna. Oh yeah, go for it.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say after my obsession with the book, I want that like always like I don't want it being stolen from girls.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as you guys are walking off, Helena, I was gonna do this actually. So yeah, she does a psychic power. I found out it's so cool. You can use mind scans on the dead,
What?
Ooh.
but it has to be like fresh dead.
Mm.
So she goes over and like, you know, Faxion's like burnt corpse and whatever, and like picks up the skull and like looks into its eyes, and you see the skull fill with blue light.
Ooh.
And then she pulls the skull away and she's like, sets it on the ground. And
She crush it first.
no.
You close your hand.
Yeah, she's just
That's
that
on the
strong.
ground. Stabs it.
And she said, who is this Dominus Mirari?
She is stupid, huh?
I did not know. I also am wondering.
She takes stikers and uses them as batteries for her experiments. She's probably killed hundreds of them.
She's a tech priestess. You were pretty tight with her, if I recall.
She commits genocide.
That did happen once upon a time. At least I think it happened once upon a time. I don't know what's real anymore.
She's got kind of an ominous tone, but she's like, she's supposedly coming down with the death corpse of Kree with a small Skitarii maniple. Guess she's searching for something about the vault.
Well,
They might be coming down, but they're not going back up.
That's very confident.
It's a good attitude to have.
Thank you.
maybe we should figure out why she wants to get there first.
All right.
Just because, like, we don't even know.
Ahead of whom? Who was she trying to get there before?
I assume that's where we're going.
She doesn't know.
No, she's just coming down with the death corpse of Kree. You know, oh, you sure?
But she's going to the vault.
She doesn't know that we're down here.
No, I want to know why she's going to the vault.
Right, but you said first. Anyways.
Before we kill her. Really,
Think
before you
election
kill her.
Right,
this
right.
time? Yeah, it's your kill.
Yeah,
It was my kill. I took the kill.
Kill.
Take kill.
Kill.
I just want to get to Reese and get some good food and relax before we go on our big journey.
Cool.
Again.
When we're on our way, can I talk to Crisis?
Yes.
No talking.
I'm
Just kidding.
I'm just gonna kind of talk quietly to Crisis and be like, "Alright, hey Crisis, how you doing?"
Well, how are you, Dickel?
I'm good. Crisis, I have a question.
Oh, well, I have many answers.
You're a cleric, right?
I am.
Would you?
How observant.
All right. Would you consider yourself, pretty pious? Is that like pretty important? And just like a cleric, so you can burn things, or is like your faith a major component to who you are?
I burn things so that I can be a cleric.
That's
Okay. Perfect.
I believe I am a pious individual. I may not necessarily abide by all of the rules, but I do so because I believe that the God Emperor wants us to live full lives in his service.
I can dig that. I just want to talk to you. I had since you're like, our religious expert here, I had this vision a couple nights ago, and as we've been dealing with demonic things, I'll have visions from time to time, unfortunately. But in this vision, this demon that I've been fighting with for the past little while, he comes and he kills our whole group, kills everybody, and I unleash my whole power at him, everything I have. He doesn't do anything, and he just rips me apart. And each time I have this vision, the only person who doesn't get affected by any of it is you. You're the only one. And I just wanted to come to you with this because there's going to be a lot of crazy things that happen soon. And I don't know. It just seems to, in those visions, it seems to tell me that you're someone who can be depended on in those times. I'm not sure if it's because you're a cleric or your faith, but it seemed like you're a good guy to have in those scenarios.
I have been reflecting on many people in our group. It seems that each of us have our own struggles to bear. I've, in my time with you, sensed some darkness lurking around you. But but I believe that you're a good person. You're somebody that the God Emperor needs. Given the right kindling, I believe you could burn this darkness away and overcome this demon in your visions.
I certainly hope so. Thank you for that. Also, one other thing, and I'm telling you this just strictly in confidence, so just keep this on the DL. I've noticed from some things that we learned about in Alvis's lab that Titus, his body has been prepared to host a demonic presence. And he's with the book, he's odd, and he has these weird psychic powers, and he's very dangerous. And we just gotta watch out for him. And because of my visions, you were the one person who couldn't be affected by that demon. I just wanted you to also be aware of the other demon. It's with us.
I will do what I can for Titus.
All right. Thanks for your wisdom, Crisis.
I nod my head, stroke my beard, and keep walking.
There we go.
Ooh. While we're having little private chats, can I also initiate a private chat with Thaddeus?
Ooh.
Sure.
Cool. I want to double check, make sure everyone's kind of walking and not paying attention.
Yeah, so you guys are walking. He's got like little servitor dudes like kind of staggering ahead, just out in the areas. And and he's just got a monitor, and like it looks like he's doing about 12 different things at once while just staring ahead.
I'm used to him doing that. But
Yeah.
like, Thaddeus, I need a favor.
Yes, what is it?
All right. We're heading towards Reese right now. I was wondering if it's possible for you to send some of your little buddies back to the lab that we came from.
Of course.
Alvis's lab. So I have these teleportation harnesses from way back when. And I know that the teleportation pad wasn't really... Is there any way where you can get your guys to fix that up a little bit so we can head back there?
I have thought about that teleportation pad greatly. It would have been very convenient the last 6 months. In order for my calibrations to reactivate it, I would need a drive core from a ship.
Where would we find that?
From a ship.
Where would we find that?
In the depths. This is anybody's guess.
Fair enough. Can you keep an eye out for one?
I will do my best.
Well, if nothing else...
That is exactly how a tech priest would be.
No, that was like, that's so Thaddeus though too. Just without the sass.
Yeah.
I like that Thaddeus has little leaks of his old sass still.
Yeah.
Can you send your guys out there anyway, even though it's quite a ways? Like, can you reach that far mentally with them?
The Neurospecs League does have a limitation to its range. But if we, and he goes, like pulls up this little kind of hollow map. This is a rough map that I've put together based on where we have been, based on where we're going, and where we think that we should be. And I am pinpointing it to about 86.99% accuracy. And he draws a little X. He's like, if we camp here, I am confident that I can have the Skitari, or not Skitari, the servitors make a journey to the laboratory and back in a night's sleep cycle.
Okay. That's not necessarily what I was having in mind. I was just wondering if we could...
We also buried it, so I would need psychic aid to get it out.
Well, I have plans for that lab. I would like to have a chance to get that up and running.
What are your thoughts with the lab?
With the help of your servitors, I want to refit it. I want to get it ready for our new project.
I can begin running simulate. I can begin running simulations of your idea if you wish to divulge that information to me. I'd be happy to assist.
We've spent enough time together that I feel confident.
Dude, yeah, we're like bros.
Yeah, totally.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah, bro.
All right, yeah, this is actually a good question. What are the odds that we can use these demon hosts to our advantage to win the war?
The odds cannot be calculated confidently because the warp is a mysterious and...
I'm going to take that as a good thing. It'll work. I feel confident in it. I've studied a lot of things now, and I've seen things that will help us in the future.
Of course.
I want to get that lab ready to start properly using some more disposable individuals.
Based on what you have shared with me, from your time in Alvis's research lab, while we were up there, and like what you saw with the demon host and everything, I'm confident I could replicate a level of similarity with seeking to achieve that.
Whatever you can do to get it ready.
Demon hosts are powerful, and machine spirits are powerful. I wonder if I could channel the two.
But honestly,
This sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I could honestly, we could make practice on my Skitari, my servitors.
that was kind of what I had in mind.
If Felina is right in stating that Mirari is coming down with the Skitari maniple, I would like to engage with Mirari. Those Skitari soldiers would be highly beneficial as an upgrade to these primitive corpse savages that we've been reconstructing.
So it would be in our best interest to kill Mirari and kill this Skitari.
Not necessarily, but I could definitely use her by benefit.
I trust that you'll know what to do when the time comes.
Yeah, I have an inload circuit of bad scrap code that I can send to her cerebral cortex, and it will shut down her external body functions while maintaining her cybernetical implants. And if we implant a host from the warp at that moment, I'm confident that she would serve my needs.
Well, I believe with your tech expertise, Alina's
My tech expertise.
thank you, with Alina's extreme experience with the warp and my studies into this topic, the three of us might be able to save this planet.
Are you confident Helena would assist you?
She's got my back.
I wonder if it would be best to keep her unencumbered as
I
possible.
won't ask much of her until the time comes. I honestly have been considering talking to Deco about this, but I know that his heart varies on the opinion of more
I'm confident that
radical decisions.
whatever Deco sets his mind to, he will achieve. So, if he can be persuaded, it would be of great benefit. But
I trust our team, and I know our team has the best interests at heart. I just need them to understand.
yeah, I've wondered how they felt about my servitors.
They don't like them, I gotta be honest.
It's very mechanicus.
I mean,
I'm following the Martian priesthood as best I can.
I'm used to it at this point, but I think it kind of shocked me a little.
We're on a forge world. Like I had a dog.
That's also true.
I have a person.
You have a lot of people.
Between one
You're not in
dog
this
and 12.
Well, as long as we're on the same page. We can talk about this more another day.
Are you wanting to be prying?
Yes.
Silent move, please.
And, well, I have heightened sensitivity.
Yeah, but you need to get in range. So silent move, and then concealment. And I'll give you like a plus 30 on the concealment because it's pitch dark. And silent move is fairly easy too because it's
I have
allowed.
4 fate points.
How do you 4? I have
She got
2.
another one.
Pass.
Okay, so you're silently moving. Okay, concealment is a plus 20.
What is concealment of the stat
I
on?
should have got it.
Yeah, you should pass.
Oh, plus 20, yeah.
Yeah, concealment's I think agility. And then heightened senses hearing, and I'll give you a plus 10 on that.
And it's
Yeah, and I think you already have like plus 20, right?
with heightened senses.
Or is it just plus 10 on the
I
hearing?
think it's just plus
It is, because I got the for the side.
Okay,
But it's still plus
perception
20 for
test
all.
plus 20 then.
Yeah?
My perception is 45.
So, yep. Cool. You just heard that whole exchange.
Heck yeah, I did!
Look at the assassin go.
I did it.
You did it.
Good work.
Thaddeus really doesn't have an understanding of the warp, like a crazy amount. He's just like, he's so used to like the concept of like machine spirits and that being okay. The idea.
That was weird to me that he was like, yeah, demons, machine spirits, why not?
That sounds cool.
That was.
Well, so that's the thing with the dark mechanicum,
Mhm.
because the mechanicum there's a line, and the line that they hit is because they want to transcend beyond humanity, and they want to recover all of this lost knowledge, and the 30K Mechanicus was all about development and stuff like that, but there was points that they drew lines at. And so when and the lines were drawn because of the treaty with the Imperium of Man. And so Horus came along and was like, the Emperor's brainwashing you. He wants to control you. If you follow me, I will take away all of these unfair and unjust restrictions on your research. So then he took a bunch of Forge Worlds, and they fled into the warp when Horus was killed. And in the warp, they literally they use warp cores, just literally use the warp as energy sources, which is incredibly powerful, and they do put demonic spirits into machinery, and it mutates them, and it just gets dark. And so anything that you can think of with the Mechanicus and how messed up that is, like Dark Mechanicus is just like so much beyond that line.
I feel like they'd be even more willing to try that kind of stuff
Oh.
more often than not too, because then it's like
They also
this
use
might make it better.
that's the other thing too. The demons are like if they were to take down an Eldar ship and stuff, they're just like perfect. They take all the Eldar tech, they'd work with that too. Like they're not biased at all against anything.
All tech is good tech.
All tech is good tech. And like they're crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so Thaddeus is like, yeah, sure, because he's, and you had this awareness before, but being in the depths for this long, he's kind of had to develop a scavenge mentality. Like every piece of tech is valuable, and so the idea of anything that is upgrading, that's all very beneficial to him. Because it's so dangerous down here, like whatever will help. And that's kind of the mentality that he's gained. Because before, when he was up on the surface, he was a member of the Factor of the Lathes, he was a diplomat between humanity and Mechanicus, really didn't have a ton of cybernetics. And he still, like, for the most part, actually doesn't, because they're not available. But, like, he's got more and more hollowed appearance. Food's been scarce, like, tech's been scarce, like, he misses his birds, like, just kind of disconnecting.
More robot.
More robots. Okay, so you guys go to. Oh, I did have some other dialogue. Yeah, as you guys are coming, Cascade kind of gets everybody's attention. And she's like, I think going to Reese is a great idea. And I think moving forward is the best thing we can do. I'm realizing that faith alone is not going to sustain us here, and we shouldn't die for nothing. And she says, maybe we should go to Reese with the proposition that maybe he can take like me and Talia to the surface world, and we can summon the guard. Unless there's strong feelings against that. But
You'd be willing to take the message?
Yes, we'd like to offer our assistance.
I trust him way more than just
I trust.
Reese.
I mean, I
No
like
offense to
Reese,
Reese,
but like he might be
yeah.
like
But he could provide them with the resources and maybe
they could work together.
work
Oh,
in.
they work for an Inquisitors. They're gonna be like, here's your orders.
Yeah.
You fetches.
Yeah.
I believe with Reese and with Cascade and Talia, those are the two that you just said.
Yeah.
I think
Liara as well if needed.
I mean,
No, Ava. Ava would go with Cascade, and Liara would stay with you guys. Unless you want Ava.
I've been more impressed with Ava's tactical abilities.
Liara's the assassin.
I think we should leave it up to
Ava
Cascade.
and I have.
Jetpacks.
Yeah.
Let Cascade make the choice. I mean, it's her team, whatever she feels confident in.
I'll just take Talia, and maybe we can see about getting her some cybernetic eyes since she's lost her own.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Did
Not
she lose
bad.
them recently?
No.
is it-
There was some
She
psychic
just
weird
never
thing.
opted to.
It was you, right? You did it to her?
No.
No, she looked. Oh, she touched the obelisk thing,
Oh
and her
yeah.
eyes blew up.
Oh, she hasn't been blind for a while. Right?
No.
She had a
Touch the
moment.
Necron object.
Yeah.
Oh yuck.
Thaddeus steps forward as well, and he's like, well, I have a thought maybe. Titus, why don't you call upon the might of the Ironhides, and maybe call for allied gangs?
Sure.
Out of character. Do you have the map?
Yeah.
What was the gang that dwelled in the Titan corpses, like the Tomb of the Dead Titans?
That's such a cool place to live.
Not that one.
Like, that's so crazy.
They're greatly feared. Like they're kind of the top dogs as far as gangs go.
One moment. Here we go.
Can you imagine a battle that was so big that thousands of years later, people live in the carcasses of the dead of the battle?
I know.
That's
I
insane.
can't imagine.
It wasn't the
Like,
Warhound. No, that was a different thing.
It should be on the top center of the page.
I have Ironhides right there.
Oh, can I see
Here,
it?
you can have it.
I never got a picture of this, and I should have. Oh, the Crastholds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The crest holes.
Yeah, the gang called Crast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sitting here,
Yeah,
crest
so
holes.
Thaddeus is like, you could even reach out to the dreaded Crast, the gang that resides in the Tomb of Dead Titans. What are your thoughts? The Ironhides would join you in a heartbeat, you know that.
Right. Certainly wouldn't hurt to have more minor assistance as we go along either way.
That's true.
As long as nobody minds the company. They're
Also-
trash people still, but
No more than merrier.
Fresh Prince one.
And I think while we're going to visit Reese as well, I think I'd like to visit my workshop and just see if my custom Mechanicum drum should be nearly completed.
yeah.
Cool.
I definitely should-
trying
Liara.
to communicate with you with just a look right now.
Liara steps forward and like spits on the ground, and she says, "Hell, maybe you know that Reese man has everything. Maybe he's got an army for sale."
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Why are we buying this giant army? Isn't like the Krieg, the Corps of Krieg, aren't they coming down to do the army thing?
I mean, if we can get them to come down here, that'd be awesome, but if we have an army just like here. that'd be awesome.
Liara, she's like, "Okay, Blue Man, tell us about your vision again. What happens if we go into the tomb alone?
Okay, that's a good point.
We know people are gonna die. You know, we'll get his stupid gang rats. They'll die first. We'll have the Krieg behind them. They'll die second, and then we'll die third.
I like
Like
that.
that.
Does this make sense?
How controllable are your dudes?
Oh, they wouldn't mess around when I'm there.
How many?
I've been down here a while.
Thaddeus chuckles and is like, he maimed and burned dozens before they listened to him. But now they listen pretty well.
Did you roll on them as well?
Oh, I don't like to think about that.
Probably a little.
Just in his sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely that's what happened.
You should have seen the children.
Oh,
Oh god.
I regret that, but I mean, all I'm saying is they'll listen.
It's alright. Now they get tattoos of your face.
oh wow.
My handsome face.
Oh yes,
I
very.
I'm
wonder.
gonna slap it.
I want to see one of their tattoos.
So
you never
are
gave me
we-
your list of tattoos.
I actually haven't done it yet. I have a couple written up, but I gotta finish it.
So we're trying to like gather all these forces before we go.
No.
I think
We're
Maybe just
gathered-
like meet there or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Make sure they know to have.
Okay.
Yeah, environmental
Perfect.
suits.
Yeah, I can. They're trash people. They're probably used to it.
Cool. So as you enter the city from the northwest, Crisis, you start to see familiar faces.
Did Thaddeus say that he was the one going to his workshop?
I mean, he just needs to go there, like, with the team or whatever. Like, he just needs to pick some stuff up.
I just didn't know if we were like splitting up.
Nope.
Crisis
But yeah,
is-
as you guys are together entering the city, Crisis, you see familiar faces. You see bald men and women and children in rags and tattered robes, and they line the streets. And yeah, that was your divination thing. Wasn't it? Yeah. So this is horrible for you.
They're all cheering.
That's so funny.
I'm like in the
They're
middle,
not
I'm like,
cheering.
They're not cheering.
They're standing solemn.
Oh.
And they whisper Crisis, like the name Crisis, to each other.
I don't like this.
And like it's just like this murmury, like little dull noise.
Gotta get out.
It's creepy.
And as you round a corner that leads to the center of town, Crisis, you recognize you're in a familiar area. And dominating your view is a familiar building that you once entered that now is collapsed and looks like it was burnt down. It looks like, and it was obviously the place that was once a refuge for the damned.
Burned down as a result of me setting everything on fire, or burned down separately from that?
Well, it wasn't on fire when you left.
Alright.
And amid the sordid rubble, there's a construction effort underway, and hundreds of people are working as one, and they're taking the broken bits of material that was once the building, and they're implementing those bits in the construction and rebuilding of the Nameless Saint into a more familiar figure. A man comes forward and throws himself on the ground at your feet and proclaims, "Crisis the Inferno! He whose flames are filled with healing strength and the purity of justice, His Holiness, we beseech thee to behold our great work, for as thou honored us with thy holy hand, we honor thee with a work for all to see miracles. O Crisis, behold, we are at your mercy."
This dude is dramatic.
He's not bald, is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like unhappy. I'm hiding behind Titus. I'm like really close.
You like have his shield pulled down.
Yeah, I'm like, do you see all, who are all these bald people? Where did they come from?
I
I
don't
like
know,
they're
man.
rehearsing a play. They're rehearsing a
This is
play.
a weird town. Weird things happen, man.
We just need to get out of here. Crisis, what did you do to these people?
Did you shave them?
I cleansed them.
Just Crisis is like this big black bearded dude, and he's like, "All right, everyone, to be part of my church, you have to be shaved."
Sorry.
So yeah, you look up at the statue, and you realize it's you, and you're holding a torch, and you're holding a torch high, and your flamer hangs mercifully at your side.
Very
Your
merciful.
beard is full, and your left arm is outstretched to embrace.
I don't see nothing like him.
And from the mouth of your flamer, and from your own mouth, water pours gently into a fountain that is far bigger than the last.
This is actually pretty.
And
Sounds pretty.
because the old building has fallen, and the old statue was damaged in the collapse, more room is available and more materials for the rebuild. And though only the front of the statue is finished, you can see that the statue height will eventually exceed 60 feet.
Wow.
And the torch will be a great beacon to all in this dark place, even those not within the walls and in other places in the depths.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
And as that dude's crouching, more people come to your feet, and they just bow and they stretch their hands out on the ground, and they say repeatedly, it's like a chant, like, "We are at your mercy." And then you hear others say, "What is your will for us?" Hello, Chipper.
Crisis is, getting a little emotional.
Oh no, he's gonna cry.
Yeah, there's like a
Worst
tear,
talk.
tear running down his face.
What does Cascade think?
Ooh.
He wipes it away.
Cascade puts her hand on your shoulder and just squeezes and is like,
Has a new lover.
she's
No.
she looks into the depths of your soul and says, which honestly she would do that.
No,
But
no.
she's like, all for glory, for him who sits on the throne on high.
I wanna leave.
Listen,
When I left you
I'm
here,
with you.
We should just. Okay, maybe the.
you were cleansed, but many of your friends were lost in that process. It seems that much of the area around was also lost. But you rebuilt from the ashes. Your flames burned strong. You have done well. I will return. I have something that I must do. But when I return, I will let you know what you must do. Until then, continue to burn. And then I bow, and we walk off unless they want to say anything else to me.
Yeah, they all
Right,
stand,
just,
and
like,
you guys kind of have to worm your way through them. And Liara was standing there, and she's like
not
picking
me
something out of her
enough.
fingernail with a dagger. And she's just like, I mean, take him to the like,
Oh, yeah.
take him forward. It's none of my business. Like,
I'm planning on it, but first we have to meet with.
Wait, did you kill some of these people?
Oh no, all of those people are alive.
That's true. None of those people are dead.
If you look
However,
real close,
If
can
you look at all
tell.
those people and then you about double them, I killed about that many people.
well, so
Oh my
actually, this is really good. So there's a lot more people here than you baptized.
Yeah.
So hang on,
Wow.
there's a movement.
Yeah.
Like the people are spreading.
Oh, nice.
You're no longer top dog.
I'm fine with that.
And you can see, because like there's still plague victims throughout the deaths and stuff, and you had noticed other people kind of entering the city, and it wasn't really a big concern. You guys had other business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
People are coming here from like afar.
yeah, they're like journeying here.
Oh, no.
And so
Far for the
you guys are like coming up by the statue, like to go to the center of town, and you see there's a couple priests and priestesses at the fountain, and people come up and they're like diseased, disgusting robes, and they bow and they literally get lit on, like they take a little pitcher and go with some oil and just engulf them in flames, and so they have them stand. And like they have to endure the flames, and like one person just crumples to the side and just and just like burns to death. And this man, this old man, like all of his hair like burns off, and he's got these nasty boils and like sores all over his flesh, and he stands there and takes the fire, and when it has taken his whole form, the priest pushes him into the fountain, and then wades down into the water and raises the man back up, and he is cured.
Yeah.
And he's naked, and they put basically a burlap sack robe around him, and he's like, thank you, and then he like comes out of the water, and he sees you and is like, Master, it is because of your flames that I am cleansed.
That sounds like a whole lot of sacrilege right now.
For deity crisis 500 years from now.
I just realized that you just made us like a fanatical army. Like we could give them rusty spoons and they would charge the Necrons.
I like to caress the rusty
Oh
spoon.
no. Not that.
Oh, how I've dreamt of taps.
Is that salad fingers?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm old.
That is old.
I remember the first time I saw that. I was too young to appreciate it. And it
I like it when the red water comes out.
No, I'm done. That video was one of the first videos on the internet, like, creeped me out. Probably.
It's so uncomfortable.
What are you doing here? Keep it coming
We're all
down.
done. We're all done.
I
The
love
first
salad
video I
fingers.
saw on the internet, I was like, what is this? Was there this really fat kid in the middle of the river? And he's like, Clarence, no! And this guy taking the video goes, and starts shooting with a paintball gun. And he's like,
That's so funny.
It was terrible. I was like, who did this? I was trying
All
to
right.
tell my dad.
I can't
Whoa.
decide what
But-
Joss's reaction would be to all this, except for like sarcastic fear, like just making little jabs to like mask the fact that this is a terrifying scene. Like
creepy.
he's got just these random followers because he killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, when I kill people, people get mad.
Yeah, for real.
I am
Pretty
upset
upsetting.
that he's turning people who are boiled people into bald people.
This is a downgrade.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh.
And
you
I
gotta
do
go.
realize that
Fine
like
when they have
the
it.
sororists,
Okay.
The sororists like have shed a couple tears
Right.
over it.
Especially Cascade. She's like probably bawling and her mascara is running. And
She's like a young woman's president.
she's like crying.
I'm looking for my hidden pouch of drugs right
Now you're like,
I bet Joss took it.
now.
Oh man. Well,
I'm not relapsing.
aren't you using like underground mushrooms or something?
All right,
Alright.
cool. So yeah, moving forward,
We're
Where-
uncomfortable.
you guys going to Reese's thing next, or you
Yeah.
stopping by the workshop? What's up?
Which one is the first?
Doesn't matter. Your choice.
We can probably split up, right?
No.
All right, let's go to the workshop first.
Never
and then to
split the
Reese's.
party.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I need to keep an eye.
So yeah, you guys go, and Reese is in a ship, and he's like, "You're back. You lived." That's
Well,
that's good news. It was kind of quick though. Like, did you find anything?
What? You thought we were gonna die?
I just always.
he always thinks we're dying.
Like, I'm surprised every time I see you. You guys go do stupid things.
we have not completed.
I mean,
I literally-
your entire existence is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
I'm king of the underworld, so
congratulations.
you can fly off. You little rocket
You're
girl.
king of the garbage people.
King of the underworld.
That's what they call
Garbage
me.
people are people too.
Oh my gosh.
But he's
They're
like,
just people
he's
that
like, no,
run.
no, no. Let's just like think about it. I said, yeah, there's some witches in that direction, and I think that they live in a dead titan. She just went.
Wait,
Like,
I,
he's like laughing about it.
I thought you were being Thaddeus.
No, it's Reese.
Oh, I didn't realize we were at Reese's. I thought we went to the workshop.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my
And
bad.
Reese like leans forward on his war table. He's like, what was the last time? He used lizards to go infiltrate a titan warehouse.
Yeah, we did pretty darn good. One of
We
us
did.
anyway.
Wait, when did this?
We did
Oh,
great.
You still have your lizard, by the way.
I know I still have my lizard.
Oh, I forgot about your lizard.
Yeah, I freaking have a lizard.
You have two lizards.
He's like, yeah, you guys. I'm always surprised to see you. What do you need?
Environmental suits.
And respirators.
Possibly on a massive scale.
So I don't have the suits you need, but if you give me a year, I can bring some down next time I
A
come.
year?
Did you just say a year?
Well, yeah, come down once a year.
Why don't you just send one of your warriors that you recently acquired with one?
I mean, you wouldn't
No.
understand,
Isn't
but
that
that's
what
okay.
what Guinness is for?
Yeah, they don't get to drive my ship.
Alright.
I'm
So.
sure there's someone who can.
That's a nice crossbow you have.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
remember how much I paid
It'd
for
be a
it?
shame if
And how
someone
my life was
deactivated
threatened?
it.
Well, it's a good thing I make these weapons, mister. I just have to examine my fingernails every 5 seconds.
all right,
What
let's.
is it?
Woo.
Would it be possible
Deck of the
for you to
de-escalator.
provide transport for some of our people to the surface?
Is your lead.
I suppose I'm not really headed back down.
That's okay.
Yes, but they will be able to come down via alternative methods.
They're coming down with a whole core of people.
Yes, that is the alternative method. Thank you.
Did you ever figure out
A gaggle
what
of
happened with that
things.
gun cutter? Who had the receiver node for that? The recall
Oh.
node.
Yes. Wasn't it that vaccine
Yeah.
person that was on it?
Well, yeah, but last time we were here, I sold somebody the
Oh.
I don't know.
the receiver signal.
That wasn't me.
I think that was me. Who is it?
It's typically the time to wrap the session up.
Oh.
But we continue.
I don't know. I think that might have been you.
I think it was me.
So you have it. Good.
Yeah, where is that gun cutter?
No, remember we saw it on
So yeah,
Faxian's thing. We know that Faxian took it.
well, so you know the vaccine got shoved out the back and the guard took it.
Let's just call it that. Maybe we'll get Choo Choo back with it.
That'd be cool. Choo-choo's always good at running.
I'm gonna hit the button.
Doesn't work down here.
It doesn't work down here?
You can't be in the depths and call it back. It blocks the signal.
You could give it to people going out.
I guess
Cascade's like-
Cascade.
Cascade's like, I can do it. I would probably need to take Ava then because she's a good pilot.
Okay.
Oh,
what
yes.
you need.
Cascade. Would it be possible
Or
for you
Noliara is what I meant to say.
to communicate
Oh, yeah.
with the people up there to requisition a bunch of clothing appropriate for the environment?
You said Death Corps of Krieg were coming?
Yeah.
They have that equipment.
Will they have enough to supply us and potentially anyone we bring along?
Just wait for a couple to die.
Fair. But
Wow.
Or
It's
they
kind
might
of-
have extras, I don't know.
kind of a pain to like take off all the bodies.
yes. If you could
Well, what do you need? Like, what kind of environmental suits? Like, what numbers are you looking at?
well, how many people are in your game?
I don't know, probably somewhere in the high dozens, maybe low hundreds.
A couple hundred.
Yeah.
You know,
Like 500?
Crast is over 2,000.
Yeah, but they're not Vikings, so I'd have to like.
That'd be a tough convincing.
But
Like-
the environmental system could be violated.
But your gang has never had like outright war against them.
Yeah.
Like 1,000, 2,000?
Oh, total.
Well, yeah. Why don't we just tell the Death Corps Creed people? I'm sure they're like with their battalion. Be like, hey, bring your extra suits.
Bring an
bros."
extra 2,000 suits.
Well, yes, but in the case that it doesn't, like they don't have the resources, then we might have to dish out some cold hard.
I mean, I'm in power armor. Mine has the build and stuff. So you guys are.
Regardless, I'm going to hand you this 8 grand that we got from Faxion, and if you see it necessary to use that during your travels, then. Or to requisition the suits.
He like
Do not just hand
He says,
the traitor.
you know that's only
money.
good.
No, I'm talking to Cascade.
Oh, okay. That
Oh,
makes sense.
to
I thought it
Cascade.
was
Yeah.
Reese. I'm like,
No.
no.
Cascade takes the ground and she's like, well, thank you.
Master.
Reese, you don't follow the law. And he's like, of course I do. And she says, well, yeah, of course you do. Do you know of any warehouses that could use a rating? And he's like, every warehouse could use a rating, but for the suits? She's like, yeah. He says, well, yes, but it's guarded. But there's other things in that warehouse that I could use, so I could send some men to assist. She's like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, we need to get that. And maybe we can just pack the gun cutter with it.
That works.
Okay. Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Cool.
Just hurry along.
Run along with that.
Yeah. And Reese is like, well, yeah, I'm wrapping up my time here anyway, and don't tell anyone out there, but there's never been just one champion. I take like a couple hundred people every time I do this. It's great.
That makes much more sense. I was like, why would you
He's
only
like-
pick one person on the
He's
list?
like, everybody, they're the champ.
You know what's crazy about that? They all go up together.
I'm not going with it.
He literally,
Yeah, that's weird.
like, pretty much, if you survive the whole
There you
contest,
go.
he's like,
Sure.
close enough. Like, he just
You're not
waits for
bad.
them to weed themselves out, and he's like, yeah, I'll take the rest.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
He's like, is there anything else that I can do for any of you? And you need any more gear? Do you need some stuff?
I mean, I don't carry grenades anymore. I
I
refuse
need
to
like,
now.
give you a shot.
Why do you refuse to?
Oh, that's true. I wasn't. actually
Yeah,
an
you.
expert.
I don't know why you would refuse to.
You have any plasma weapons?
Can you hand me the Inquisitor's Handbook? And the Demon Hunter's Handbook. And the Blood of Martyrs.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all
one of those
those.
is literally there's the two bottom ones for real this time.
Are you sure it's not these two?
I promise.
Oh my gosh, it's the one on the bottom. Pulls the one out of the metal.
Don't you have a bunch of plasma weapons? I'm pretty sure I remember trying to barter some off of you.
No, I have a couple plasma swords and a couple plasma pistols, but I just wanted to see.
You don't have plasma swords; those don't exist.
What are they called?
They're called lightsabers.
It's called power swords, you
That's-
heretic.
They're called
I
laser cutlasses.
Laser swords.
What is that?
anything.
There's some.
What is it?
Got good rations.
I know.
Then ask for some food, you nerd.
I never really think about
Ugh,
it. I'm not
'cause you're
convinced
like
that I
insane. You're please. Don't even
I have like guns and stuff, and I mean, I mostly use my psychic powers.
What could we need going down to a place with Archotech stuff?
He says, "Hey, you flame boy.
Yes.
What melee weapons your go-to? What are you proficient at?"
My melee weapon is flame. I have hammer, I think. Yeah.
We're Hammer Bros?
Yeah, I
I
have
did
hammer.
not know that.
Is it like a little hammer or a big hammer? Or...
It says hammer.
It's a little hammer then.
Okay.
Are you proficient with chain weapons?
I think I either chose Shane or Flamer, and I chose Flamer. But let me look. Where would that be?
Oh, that sounds.
I have primitive melee weapon, and that's the extent of my melee weapon specialization.
Well, that's too bad. I have a really interesting flamer that has a chainsword attachment. It's called the baptismal flamer.
Oh, my
that would have been
goodness.
perfect for you.
Yeah, it's just got this sacred oil that whenever it impacts or whenever you cut through a target, fluid's released, eating away at bruised and battered flesh.
You know,
It's a symbol of authority.
I can get good at chain, right?
You could learn chain.
Whatever.
Hey, this is a weird question. This is totally random, but a bunch of dudes jumped on me a while back. Is there a way to, like, just electrify my suit so people can't touch me anymore?
Da-da-da-da.
I mean,
I don't even know it's an item. I'm just like, that'd be nice. I'm tired of people touching me.
there is a
Especially
way.
because an alien tried to stick his tongue down my throat once time.
There is a way to do that. Could also probably just get you a second shield as well. I have
could
2
use
on.
like 3 more actually,
3 shields.
So you can turtle.
so I can have 4 shields.
Is that legal?
What kind of shield do you have?
It's
And then I want to get back to the plasma thing.
It's
I'm
just a suppression shield on the one arm, and then the other 3 arms technically have like a las kind of stuff, but it says that it's modular.
I have 3 shields.
That is so
Gives me
awesome.
knowledge.
I need $2,000.
Okay.
$.
Wait. Now you know what? Just okay. I'm fine with that.
Y'all really need to learn how to barter. I can't take.
I thought
two-
we were friends.
I
I'm
can't
just gonna
take
give
two.
it to
I'm
you.
always gonna give the high price. I like the barter, and you're not giving me a good fight.
Do you
Now I'm
want
not
me-
gonna give you.
Do you
the
want me to
shields.
barter with you?
Yes.
Do you want me to barter with you? Is that what you want?
Yeah,
do you want
barter
to
with
get?
him.
Do you want to
Barter
give him
with
to me
him,
for like
Titus.
I don't
800?
want to force you to barter with me.
How about you give him buy
200.
2 get 1 free, and I'll pay you 800.
Oh, roll
You want to barter? We're
Shit.
gonna barter now.
Roll for it.
800 is laughable. I'll take it.
He gave me the fight.
So all right.
Can you imagine just being like some dude who sells black market stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, this like Apple phone case, yeah, Generation 5, yeah, like $2,000. Really? You're seriously gonna give me $2,000? No, you don't do that. Like, just feel bad about it.
I'm gonna give you a bank certified check.
So this could be kind of wild, honestly. All right.
You can play with those plates and move them around and stuff.
That
Yeah.
is
You
super
look like a beetle,
Yeah.
like a black beetle, like because your shields in standard mode they just lay like wings behind you, like,
Yeah.
and you can like.
They give +4 armor to whatever section I assign them to.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
Can they go to the same section, or does it have to be separate sections?
They don't
you-
stack.
Can
Okay.
he spread them out?
That's how I keep it fair.
What do you mean spread it out?
So could he make like a line of cover 4 shields long?
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Like 4 teammates.
Yeah. So I mean,
You could do 2 sections of 2.
They'd probably have to come behind me though, because it's my
Yeah.
back. So like, you'd have to stand behind me,
Yeah.
and then it can make like a wall.
that'd be cool.
All right, I like this idea. There's some stuff
Okay.
to play with
Or
here.
one
And then
man shield
you
wall.
were talking about plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
the shooty stuff. I don't know. It sounds good.
Yeah, just
Love the shooting stuff.
Well, what's the dark person?
there aren't any.
Yeah, what kind of plasma are you thinking you want?
I just wanted to see what kind they were because you just grabbed other books that I was unfamiliar with.
So, while you're looking stuff up, could I functionally just have those 4 by default, like, surround me, like just like a square around me?
Like a perfect square?
Sort of.
Not a perfect circle.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
you could.
Like 2 arms go forward and go like this, and 2 arms go back and go like this.
I see.
it's
So your head would be vulnerable.
my
and
head
your
and
arms
like my shins.
Mhm.
are these tower shields?
They're suppression shields, which look kind of like tower shields from what I saw.
I think they're like kind of towery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like 4, probably like 6 foot tall. No. Tower shield would be like
Probably
5 feet
5
tall.
foot tall. But also I'm like 8 foot. So
Yeah. So I don't know. You can if
And that would
you
put
did your
straight
little
down
ro-
the
if you
defensive, right?
if you had your arms rotating,
yeah.
then they kind of thing.
How that works. But hopefully
Yeah, I have a plasma cannon or a plasma blaster. I don't know.
No, that's okay. I actually just looking. I already have a plasma pistol. I actually thought about something else.
What did you think about?
Do you have anything that would, like a side
No.
focus?
A psychic focus?
Yeah,
I don't think I have anything like that.
that's okay.
didn't you just get one?
Oh, you know what? My staff is that. Never mind. You have nothing for me.
You are worthless.
I just kidding.
You are happy without purchasing anything, Joe?
Oh! All those dudes you're planning on taking with you, can we buy some of them off you?
No, I need to train them. But if you're looking to buy men, I always have contacts for mercenaries.
Down here?
You want them down here? I can deploy them down here. I can deploy whatever the frig I want.
Like, immediately? Are they... No, do you have dudes down here that we can take with us?
Oh, down here? No, I just have a small.
To be fair, we have to wait for rescue.
Yeah, it would honestly, it would probably
Well,
take
we probably
2 to
need
3.
to meet with 2 hatchets or whatever.
Probably take about 2 to 3 weeks to get them down here. Honestly.
Yeah. Garbage.
We'll have plenty of people anyway. Plus the military forces.
Liara like reaches over and like just smacks the top of your head.
You
It's
gotta
like-
jump for that.
Yeah,
I'm
5.
like
and
8 and a
then,
half foot tall.
Dude, yeah,
she
she
can jump for it, though.
she does like a backflip and just kicks you in the head like.
Ooh, wow.
And
Oh,
and
that's
she
good.
lands in front of you, and in case you're going to go to say something, she goes, "We will always be interested in your garbage people." And glares at you and like walks off.
Do you spend the money?
We're religious. We're rich.
Oh, fair.
That is fair. It's common thing.
Not bad.
You know, I'm sorry. I do have a question. Do
Oh,
you
now
have,
it's too late.
It's too
No,
late.
He starts walking away. Nope, I'm done.
Do you have a needle pistol?
So you have to be professional.
Do you have exotic weapon training?
Oh, dang.
That's expensive.
Is it like the noisy cricket from Anvil?
No, it's like a
What
drink.
the heck is that?
I might.
agree.
It's silent and it shoots like this tiny needle and like you coat it with toxins. And without the toxins, it's already 1d10 R.
Oh, it's in the main rulebook, isn't it?
Uh-huh. It says very rare, but also very cheap. It's weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like, this is the only one
Do
on
you
the
have-
market. I'll
do you
take
have
it for
poisons?
20.
I don't think I do. I was gonna see if I could buy some of those too.
What do you mean?
I was gonna see if I could buy some poisons that just make
Mm.
people go berserk.
Like that gas that we released.
I do have a needle pistol. The only problem is it's forearm mounted.
Oh. What's the problem with that?
It's forearm mounted. I don't know if you're into that.
You can put it on my forearm.
Okay.
Doesn't your forearm have a flamer in it?
No, that blew up. I didn't
Oh,
put anything.
Now you
else
just
in
have like a.
Now you just
Now I
have a
have
broken
2
forearm.
arms. I got 2 new arms.
Oh yeah, you
They're
you,
extra buff.
regrew.
Oh, are these blue?
They're not blue.
Oh, you're multicolored.
Yeah. So I have a couple.
That's like plus 10 to sleight of hand and plus 10 to SB.
Oh, you have the nice arms. Yeah.
What is SB?
Sleight of hand. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, we got sleight of hand.
Because I got the same set. Sleight of hand and strength.
Oh, strength bonus. That's what it is. Oh, sick. My strength is garbage, so that's good.
Oh.
And then yeah, I do have some toxins as well. I'll sell you all that for 300 credits.
The needle pistol and all the toxins 300?
Mhm.
All right.
Okay. Perfect.
Dope.
Anybody else?
What do I? Oh,
You're
sorry.
done.
Oh,
I just want to see what kind of toxins are there. We can do that later.
yeah, I gotta look at that later. I don't have the. I
You
do
just
have
have
the-
like.
Just
This is a
like
weird
that
question, but
toxins.
you just have some extra chain,
chain.
and like a lock.
That was really rude of you.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, I do. 5 thrones for the lock. And then probably
We'll
100.
take the lot.
Whatever you want.
Okay. How many thrones do you have?
15,000.
Oh, that's actually not that much more than I do.
Okay. I also I recently acquired a set of live power armor. I can sell for 16,000.
You
Is
have
that
light
anything
power
wrong?
armor for
No, no.
16,000?
Live.
Live? Oh, I was like, it lives?
What the heck is Clyde? Is it just like more like form fitting allows for better movement?
It's so sweet.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so true.
Ooh.
You know,
That's good.
plus
I want
60
that.
to seduce
It's the long
tests.
version of power
No matter
Oh my
what
goodness.
your charm was before you put it on, after you put it on,
Wham!
100%.
Oh,
100.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's despite its heavily ornamented and impressive visage, this armor is at the low end of its protective value. It sees more widespread use among the officers of the Scintillient Guard. It allows a great deal of customization to better display their heraldry and accomplishments. So basically, it's just power armor you can customize the shiz out of, but it's got 6 AP, and it's head, arm, body, legs.
Do any of you guys want it? Power armor's pretty cool. It gives you
Plus 10 to your strength
plus 10
for
to
the
your
light.
strength.
I don't think it works with my aesthetic.
You're right.
Functionally,
you
it's not
either.
useful.
And you wouldn't be able to use your psychic powers, so.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm not going to put that on.
Just curious. Okay.
Unless we've got like one of our other people.
Thaddeus already has
Oh, yes.
this.
Not, I don't care about him.
That is
Cascade
a dragon
or-
scale.
Yeah, I was going to say, which is like tech.
Does anybody in Cascade's group want it?
Or maybe
You can't use the second powers either.
Mhm.
How did you use yours?
You know what? I think Ava would have power armor.
She's a pretty tanky lady.
She'll buy the power armor.
Good for her.
Way to go, Ava. Good for you.
I'm sure that power armor
You
would work
deserve
with
a
her.
win.
Is the
Yeah, cool. And so Reese is like, okay.
We're done.
Oh, sorry.
Good Gandhi.
Sorry.
Come
Yeah, yeah.
on.
Yeah, tell me what
All
you
I
want.
want is some Inferno pistol clips, please.
Oh, Inferno pistol clip.
Yes.
How many do you want?
I would like, I don't know, like 10. I don't know.
2,000.
No. I don't have barter.
That's a ripoff, Reese. How dare you do
Yeah,
that to
come
her?
on. You can just.
Okay.
You
lowball
can't charge her
just
more than
because.
10 thrones for that.
1,000.
Oh, I rolled a 90. Someone else try.
For that, it's 4,000.
Oh no!
There we go. It's far more accurate.
I wasn't
Come
really
on.
paying
You can't
attention.
just lowball around.
Oh, that's too much. Charge it.
Ask me.
10.
Do you think that's a bit crazy?
4,000. Okay, give her the real price. We both know it's 1,500.
15.
Yes, 2,000 first.
I don't know what money
You
is.
nerds.
Yeah, 1,500 sounds pretty good to me.
I think it's 500.
900.
Roll for it. Someone roll. I'm stressed.
Fellowship.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
so
I don't have good fellowship. Maybe I'll use intimidate at some point. In this exchange.
You could intimidate.
I won't do very well. Oh. What is that?
The strength bonus from your armor
Strength?
doesn't apply for Intimidate, though, right?
It does.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't know what that means. Anyways, okay, it goes out of strength.
Wait, what are you going to say to it? What are you going to say to
Yeah,
our
you have to
poor
roll.
boy?
You have to roleplay, otherwise you get a horrible...
You're intimidating him. I want to know.
What, you wanted melted canisters?
Inferno pistol.
Oh. So melted canister. Or no, it's
Aren't they
I mean, they are
melted?
melted. Yeah.
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 You wanted 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clips.
That is so funny.
Why?
Just keep going.
Oh no.
Yeah, tell me what you said, Reese.
So I put my finger in his face and I start walking him up against a wall because I'm so done with his crap. And I
No,
say,
you push into him and he stands there. So do a strength test if you want to try to push him.
Wait.
not that strong.
Fate point.
Might as well.
You have infinity anyway.
That one gets it.
There you go.
And he fails, so you do start pushing him back, and he's like, "Excuse me."
Listen here, Mr. King of the Underworld. I have quite had it with my intelligence being questioned, locking me up in a room, making me be a part of a competition that was just out of nowhere for no reason. I probably would have done it if you had asked. So let's not lowball me on this one and just give me the correct price. I will pay you 900.
I'm calling your manager.
So
I don't have that
he's like,
haircut.
he's like, okay, 900.
Why do I feel like I'm still getting ripped off?
No, he passes his fellowship test. I didn't, but he did.
Screw me.
Okay.
I don't believe you for a second.
Dang it.
Oh, I still got two.
Yeah, you still have 2 fate points.
Go on.
Now I'll have one. That got it.
He's just taking you for a ride.
Ooh. Can I use evaluate to determine how much those should cost?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 90.
I passed.
The total price should be like 200.
Holy crap!
You gonna help me out?
I'm gonna mimic her kind of teasing, but I'm in huge armor and also poke him. Listen here, mister. We both know the real price, and you're not being a very nice guy. And I'm big.
You guys
so,
take. And he gets kind of flustered. He's like, you guys take all the fun out of absolutely.
You're gonna
everything."
give her those now.
Oh.
I mean,
Because we both know they're not worth that much.
okay, well, what you bought also wasn't worth that much, so here you go. It's even.
How much money did you
Thanks,
get for your
bro.
tower shields or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even look at the price. It's just like, yeah, this much. It's kind of how Reese is. He doesn't really. He just throws numbers out.
Sometimes it makes a ton
Wow.
of money.
Yes,
It's
It's just like-
So, what do you think? Can you learn chain stuff in a little bit, boy?
probably.
Okay. So, you interested in some flamey-O's?
Dude, get it.
How many flamer? Is this your third flamer?
This is my third
Your
flavor.
second from me.
Yes.
I want to keep you as a customer, so I'm going to show you the good stuff.
Wow.
What does your current flamer do?
It blows fire
I was worried.
far and deals a lot of fire to people.
Wow. That's pretty fiery.
It is.
It's a night one, right?
I have that one, but the one I bought from him is a large flamer or something.
Is it a heavy flamer?
Heavy flamer.
So what's the damage?
It's like 2d 10 plus 4,
4 pin? 10
4
clip?
pen, 10 clip, yeah.
Okay.
Why are you waiting for your time?
The top end is important.
So,
Are you serious?
he says, well, no, I might have given you the best. Dang. What was I trying to find here? I'm hurrying. Sorry, guys.
No, don't worry about it. Unless you have to worry about it. What?
Don't die.
You
Uh,
shouldn't turn into it?
And this is the
My
part
mom said
where
that all the
Titus
time.
sneaks away.
No.
Oh, I sneaked away.
No, I'm keeping an eye on
I rolled an 87 and I sneaked away.
No, you
87.
don't.
That's
My
what you do in
agility's-
the middle of the night to try and get out of the
My
room.
agility's
So,
24. I definitely
Yeah,
sneaked
it
away.
looks like your agility's 24.
He says, okay, so the sororists are going to go to the surface world and probably die up there, right?
That sounds right.
That's
Cascade's like,
the ideal.
and he's like, okay, well, come into this back room. I want to show you something.
I can move up.
Don't fuck.
All right, do you guys all go?
I'll go.
He's gonna get locked in that room if we don't all go.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna watch the door.
Okay,
No.
so the sororists kind of follow as well.
Yeah.
He goes into the back, and this is that's like the room adjacent to probably his bedroom, and there's like an altar there, and there's different he's got skulls with candles, and there's a book of scripture, and he's like, I'm devout as far as like my worship to the God Emperor. I know I do illegal things, but yeah, so did he. And that sword is like tighten the grip on their weapons as he's like kind of casually talking about the Emperor. And he's like, so anyway, don't tell people, whatever. But I mean, why don't you have these sororists like? So I'm gonna pull back from that actually. So, I'm gonna pull back from that entirely. He doesn't have that altar.
Oh, sad.
Faithless.
Do I care? Okay. I will say that he's got but it's small.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like a massive grand thing or anything
Right.
like that. It's just really humble. And he's like, he's like, I was reading in the sacred text about anointed weapons, and I feel like I think you're familiar with what's going on in the lower districts with that statue. You had a part with that? Like, why don't you just go down there with the sororists and like anoint your weapon? Like, that's a place where you created a miracle. So, do you know about anointed weapons?
Out of character, no. In character, I don't know. I mean, I guess in character, so I can get an in character explanation. The answer would probably be no.
Yep.
But
So write down in a note somewhere, Demon Hunter, page 77.
Anointed weapons are really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, and in the meantime, I'm gonna give you this little chain sword bayonet attachment for your flamer. Because it's kind of had your name on it. I was going to try and pawn it off on you last time you were here, but you guys were in a hurry. So, yeah, go down there.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, I'm chaining my book to me, by the way. Chaining.
Cool.
Uh,
stealing.
when are you planning on heading out with your friends?
So honestly, I really thought you guys were gonna die out there. Like I was gonna leave in like 2 or 3 days. The games are wrapping up, so.
All right. It's possible that I may be back within that span of time, but if I'm not, then thank you.
Okay. Perfect. He's like, well. Oh, did you find out anything about the vault?
We know someone wants to get into it.
We have to go talk to people,
Yeah,
like usual.
we're going to get into it and steal all the equipment.
Because
What? I mean,
No way.
what?
No, I think from what we talked about, we kind of know where it is. It would be on the Nork Forest, right?
why are we talking?
Why not?
Yeah, it's all kind of smoke and mirrors, kind of vague smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. It seems to be like a vault filled with tech left over from a war that happened between the Mechanicum and Dark Mechanicum.
Oh, yeah, the war. Yeah, I already knew that. Crack the planet in half.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
Did we tell him about Mirari back when Deco got stolen?
I think so.
Might have, yeah.
The tech.
He's involved.
Yeah, because we went to him.
Well, because you that's where you got your jetpack.
Yeah, that's where
And
we
we
first
got a
met him.
suicide bomber.
Oh, yeah, that is where you
That's
first
where
met
I
him.
first met. Where we first met Reese. He and I were on better terms then.
That
Yeah.
sleazy driver.
You guys are still on good terms. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, back in game.
Yep.
That tech priestess that stole Deco back when we first encountered one another, she seems to be looking to infiltrate the vault.
Oh.
So, while you're on the surface, maybe keep an eye out for her and kill her if you feel like it.
Don't kill her.
Or if you guys run into her, why don't you just keep her hostage for me? We'll get the
Yeah.
information out of her.
Is better. Wait, keep her hostage for you.
Well, yeah. I'd be interested in talking with her.
But you wouldn't come back down for a year.
She's a robot,
You
right?
go capture her for us.
Well, hopefully we'll be.
If she's a robot, we just need her head. That's it, right?
Thaddeus is like, that's not how that works.
He just looks at you like,
What would you know, Thaddeus?
You and your peculiar flesh. In
That is, you're
Back.
like 90% flesh and bone.
no,
Not
not
Anymore.
anymore. Actually, he literally replaced his blood with like nanobots that like heal him from the inside out. Like,
I didn't say blood, I said flesh and bone.
well, whatever.
burn.
Uh, we can rebuild.
Can we rebuild him?
Well,
We have the
Thank you.
cool. We good?
I think so.
All right. So yeah, Thaddeus goes by his little area.
We go with, right?
Sure.
Actually,
No.
I'm sorry. I'm going to hang back while Thaddeus goes. I'm going to ask Reese just one more thing. I'm going to say, Reese, do you have any, like, robot birds?
Oh.
really sweet.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Odd or even?
Odd.
I don't have a living one,
Okay.
but I have parts. Like you're talking about Cyberhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the upgrade kit for the Cyberhawk.
Yeah. Can I get that from you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
45,000.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. I got a weird feeling about that, so you can just have it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So Thaddeus goes to his workshop and so yeah, he goes there, and there is a custom Mechanicum drone